Welcome to Movement and Function. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 fantastic total body toning exercises. Now in this video, I'm going to use a combination of equipment for additional resistance, including ankle weights, free weights, and resistance bands. These exercises can be modified to use whatever equipment you have on hand. I'll show a couple of different variations and feel free to mix and match at home or make the necessary modifications to use what you have handy. Exercise number 1 is a squat with diagonal arm pull. I'll show you with the resistance band first. First thing is to anchor the band underneath one foot. We'll start on the left leg. Widen your stance a little wider than hips distance. Now grip the band with the opposite arm. So if the band is under my left foot, grip the band with your right hand. All right, now you want to start with your thumb down as you're gripping the band. When we're at the top of the motion, I'm going to turn it so my thumb is up. That's really important. I'll show you that as we go along. As I go down into the squat, bring your hand close to your knee. As I come up out of the squat, flip your hand so that your thumb is pointed up. Pause there and then slowly come back to the starting position. Now I should mention it's very important throughout the entire exercise to maintain good core engagement. So pull in your belly button towards your spine to firm up the lower abdominals and tighten your glutes. Maintain that muscle activation the entire time. So again, let's squat down. My abs are engaged, my glutes are engaged. My hand is close to my knee. As I stand up, my hand flips and I make a diagonal pattern. Pause and come back to the starting position. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come back to the starting position. Make sure that you're squatting with your hips extending out behind you rather than your knees bending forward. Okay, so squat down. We're going to continue squatting and lifting. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions on one side, or as many as you can do. And you want to start with the level of resistance and holding it at the point where you can complete this whole motion with good form and feeling a bit of a workout without it being the maximum amount of resistance. All right, once you finish the 10 to 15 repetitions on that side, then switch. So step on the band with the other foot, hold the band with the other hand, engage your lower abdominals, pull your belly button in toward your spine, engage your glutes. Lower down into the squat, bringing your hand close to your knee, and as you step up out of the squat, turn your thumb up and pull out at a diagonal. Pause, come back down into the squat. Continue 10 to 15 repetitions, or as many as you can do. Try to keep your repetitions the same on the left and right side, even if you feel like one side is stronger than the other. You want to keep these symmetrical. Good. After the 10 to 15 repetitions, go ahead and rest. I suggest performing these as a circuit, meaning do one set of each of the 5 exercises. As your strength improves and your conditioning improves, go ahead and add in a second set and then even a third set if you can. Now, depending on your level of fitness and what your typical exercise program looks like, I suggest starting with these 2 to 3 times a week rather than every day. See how you do with them, incorporate them into your overall fitness program as it works best for you. You can also perform the squat diagonal using free weights. As you squat down, bring the weight over toward the opposite knee. As you stand up, bring the weight out to the side at a diagonal. And continue 10 to 15 repetitions all on one side. And then switch sides. 10 to 15 repetitions on the other side. With the same parameters that I already explained using the resistance band. You'll likely notice a big difference in resistance using the resistance bands compared to a free weight. So if you have both types of equipment at home, try them with both and see what you like better. You could also try alternating. One day, do them with the resistance band, and the next time, do them with the free weights. That way, you'll benefit from both types of equipment. Number 2 is a lunge punch. Start with your arms bent, elbows at about 90 degrees. Engage your lower abdominals, pulling your belly button in toward your spine, and tighten your glutes. Now, as I lunge onto my right foot, I'm going to punch with my left arm. So I'm getting a twist through my trunk. and then come back to the starting position. Now lunge with the left foot, punch with the right arm, and come back. Continue alternating sides. Shoot for 20 repetitions on each side, which would make 40 total. Start with what you can do and build up as you go. You can also vary the depth of the lunge, so you might want to start with just a small lunge until you get used to this movement. Make sure you're staying balanced. As you feel more and more comfortable, then you might try to deepen that lunge and sink down into it a little bit farther. All right, next up is a sit to stand squat with a bicep curl and a shoulder press. So I'll demonstrate using the table here behind me. You could also do this with the edge of a couch or a chair, any surface you like. So starting with the dumbbells, just comfortably in your hand, feet a little wider than hips distance. Engage your lower abdominals and tighten your glutes. And first thing, you'll just sit back into your chair. Now as you stand up, you'll do a bicep curl and then bring the weights up over your shoulders. Come back down and lower. So as you stand, curl and press, shoot for 15 to 20 repetitions. Ways to progress this exercise include squatting to a lower and lower surface and increasing the resistance of the free weights. If it feels difficult for you to lift the weight over your head, start with something light like a soup can, and then build up as you feel comfortable. The next exercise is single leg balance with band pull apart and diagonals. Shift your weight onto one leg and get your balance on that leg. Bring your hands out forward and pull out across your chest. Slowly come back to the starting position, go out in a diagonal, return, and the opposite diagonal. And relax. That's one repetition. So build up to 15 to 20 repetitions. The last exercise is called the bird dog. Now I've added ankle weights here. These are 5 pounds. You're free to try this without ankle weights and then progress as you're able. And I'm using 3-pound dumbbells here in my hands. The first step is to, again, engage your lower abdominals, tuck your belly button in toward your spine, keep your glutes engaged throughout the exercise. Now you want to keep your spine in a neutral position, so you're not arched and you're not rounded, but neutral. Keep your eyes focused on a point just between your hands. Now the first step is to lift one arm up and bring it back down, and then the other arm up and bring it back down. That feels easy. Let's do the leg. One leg out, bring it back in, the other leg out, and bring that back in. Now, if you're up for the additional challenge, let's do opposite arm and leg at the same time. This is where the total body toning component comes in. All right, with my abs engaged, my glutes engaged, now I'm going to balance and lift my right arm and left leg. Bring them back in. Left arm, right leg. Bring them back in. I'm going to exhale as I lift. Woo! Inhale as I come back. I started to lose my balance on that one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come back to the starting position. Continue alternating sides. Shoot for 15 to 20 repetitions, or as many as you can do before you fatigue and lose form. Be sure that you're keeping your abs engaged. You aren't allowing your back to arch as you're lifting. You don't want to be doing this. That's not what we're going for and will not feel good on your back. Keep your abs engaged. Keep your back flat as you lift. I hope you've enjoyed these total body toning exercises to help you improve the strength, toning, and conditioning throughout your entire body. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving it a thumbs up. Here's to your health, happiness, strength, and function. Have a wonderful day.